You ever notice how Netflix has kind of trained our brain in ways we didn't even realize? Like the way we binge watch shows actually affects how we read books. And if you've ever thought to yourself, well, why can't I focus on reading anymore? Why is it so damn slow? It's not just you. It's a habit we've all built from constantly being in front of the screen, whether it's watching a movie, a show, or just simply scrolling on your phone. Hi, I'm Tanya. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about books, lifestyle, and all the little things that make life feel intentional and inspiring. Today, let's talk about the reading habits Netflix might have low-key ruined for you, and more importantly, how to get them back so reading feels exciting and natural again. The first thing we have to do is understand why and how Netflix can ruin reading habits. So let's break it down. First of all, Netflix is built on instant gratification. The autoplay, the cliffhangers, it's all designed to keep you hooked with zero effort. Reading, on the other hand, requires patience and focus. You don't get that quick dopamine hit in 30 seconds. You build it slowly, page by page. And that's the beauty of it. Books train your brain to slow down and savor instead of consuming passively. Another thing is it shortens attention spans. Shows are edited for constant stimulation. The constant binging culture can train your brain to expect instant rewards. As for books, they require slowing down. But not only that, there's also fear of missing out. The constant stream of new shows and movies that all your friends and family are talking about, and you're the only one that feels left out. That can create a sense of urgency to watch, leaving less time for other activities like reading. And of course, being fully present. While the show is playing on the background, you can scroll on your phone, clean, make a salad, anything really. But reading demands focus and being present. Because I don't know about you, but if I zone out during reading time, I will have to reread the entire page. Be honest, have you ever sat down, picked up a book, and thought, oh my god, this is so slow and boring, but then watched a 3-hour show without blinking? Yeah, that's the Netflix effect. Now, all of these 4 things we've covered is what makes reading harder when you watch a lot of Netflix. It makes reading feel slower because your brain is wired for a constant dopamine hit. And that's why reading slumps happen. It's not because you don't love books anymore, but because you've lost the reading muscle. You don't even have time for reading because you're watching a 7-season show with 20 episodes in each season. Think about it this way. Netflix is like fast food. Easy, salty, addictive. Books are like a home-cooked meal, nourishing, slower, and more fulfilling. Now try to remember the last time you finished a show. Do you remember all the details? Because I don't. But hey, maybe it's just me. What about a book that was your all-time favorite a few years ago? I remember all the characters, the plot, everything, and I'm sure you do too. That's the difference. Now, I'm not here saying Netflix is bad, you should never watch it. No, that's not what I'm saying. I watch Netflix too. But sometimes the things we do daily can affect what we actually want to do. I stopped reading for months because every day I would come home from work and watch a show. That was my relaxation, but in reality, I always felt like I want to read this, I want to do this, I want to paint, I want to draw, and I never did it. Why? Because I built that habit of coming home, sitting on the couch, turning on TV. And now that you understand the why and how this happens, I will give you 4 steps to get out of this. The first thing I need you to do is make time for intentional reading. Set aside 20 minutes before you go to bed and replace 1 episode of your show with 1 chapter. And if you find yourself falling back into the habit of watching a show until 2 a.m., ask yourself this. Which one would make you feel better tomorrow morning? 3 more episodes of a show or 3 chapters of a book you're really excited to read? The second thing I need you to do is rebuild your attention span slowly. Start with short stories, novellas, or even poetry. Gradually stretch your focus again. You don't need to jump into a 700-page fantasy book right off the bat. Give yourself some time. The third thing is romanticize the reading ritual. Make it cozy with a tea, blanket, maybe a candle. The ritual signals to your brain that this is special. This is not a chore. You shouldn't feel forced to read. You should enjoy it. This is no longer school where you're forced to read a book for English class. And that ties into the last point. Stop forcing the wrong books. Just like you wouldn't force yourself to watch a show you hate, don't force the book. Pick something fast-paced or addictive to ease back in. If you stick to these 4 steps and retrain your habits, books will never feel like work again. Reading will provide you presence, imagination, growth that Netflix simply can't, and you'll gain back the emotional connection. Just imagine yourself a month from now. Instead of scrolling and feeling drained, you have a stack of books you've actually finished, and you feel proud of it. That's the power of choosing books again. So Netflix probably did mess with some of your reading habits, but the good thing is you can get them back. Start small, make it cozy, and choose books that feel exciting instead of overwhelming. Now I want to hear from you. What's one habit you want to rebuild starting this week? Maybe it's focus, maybe it's making reading fun again. Drop it in the comments so we can inspire one another. And if this video was helpful or you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and maybe even hit the bell icon. It's a free way to help my channel grow and expand our little community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.